about Jesus.
Everything here is.
And it's about Mary. Mostly about Mary.
Who's Mary?
I am. Well, probably am. I know the part.
All right now, Beth, Charlie, David, come on. Now this won't take very long if you all settle down. Now today we are going to decide the main parts for our Christmas pageant. But of course, everyone will have an important part to play. Remember what Mrs. Armstrong always tells you? There are no small parts, only small actors. Isn't that what Mrs. Armstrong always said?
That's what she always says, but never says what it means.
Does anyone know what it means?
Oh, I know what it means. It means that the shortest have to be the front row of the angel choir, or else nobody can see them.
Well, not exactly. It means the littlest baby angel is just as important as Mary.
I don't think anyone is as important as Mary.
Well, naturally, that's what you think, Alice. I think Jesus is more important. I still think it means the shortest have to be the front row.
Girls, everyone is important. Mary, Jesus, and the short kids. Is everyone here? Beverly, would you mind go checking out in the hall to see if anyone else is coming? Now, you little children will be the baby angels, so you'll need veggies. Please tell your mothers about that. And those in the angels choir will all, guys, what's the matter with you all? Oh, well, let's make some room there for the herdmen. All right. Well, now, what happened to Beverly?
I think she left. I think she's sick.
Did she say she was sick?
No, I just said, hi, Beverly, and she just left.
I see. Well, someone please remind Beverly about the rehearsals the next 4 Wednesdays after school. Plan to be here for everyone.
What if we get sick?
You won't get sick. And now Mary and Joseph must absolutely be here for every rehearsal.
What if they get sick?
They won't get sick either,
Well,
Alma.
Beverly got sick, we didn't even start yet.
We don't know that Beverly got sick. All right. Now I want you all to think about Mary and what kind of person that Mary was. She was quiet and gentle and kind. And the girl who plays that part should try to be that kind of a person. So who would like to volunteer for that part? Yes, do you have a question?
No, I want to be Mary. And Ralph over there, he wants to be Joseph.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll just make a list of those names for those parts, and then later we'll decide who it should be. So, Ralph Herdman will be our Joseph. Now who else would like to be Joseph? Please raise your hands. Any volunteers? Elma, didn't you raise your hand?
No.
Any volunteers? Please just raise your hands. Any of you shepherds? Very well. Ralph Herdman has volunteered to be our Joseph. And Imogene will be Mary. I'll just write that down. What other names can I put on my list? Janet, Roberta, Alice, wouldn't you like to volunteer?
No, I don't want to. I'll be married.
Shut up, Gladys. I'm already married. You go be a wise man.
Well, the wise men are usually boys, but of course they don't have to be. We could.
I'll be a wise man. Me too. Claude, you want to be a wise man? Raise your hand.
What's a wise man?
Just raise your hand.
So there is one part that's left, and angel of the Lord who brought the good news to the shepherds. Would anyone like to volunteer for that part?
I'll be that.
Okay. So remember, it's the angel of the Lord who brought the good news to the shepherds. Anyone else want to volunteer? Okay, there we do have some volunteers after all. All right, now, Hobie, would you like to be a wise man?
No, I just wanted to say I can't be a shepherd. We're going to Philadelphia.
Well, why didn't you say so before?
I just remembered.
Why does your mom want you to be a shepherd?
I know, she just said don't be a shepherd.
I'm not gonna be a shepherd.
Oh, yes, you are. Now, what's the matter with you guys?
I'm not being a shepherd. Gladys Herman hits too hard.
Well, Gladys isn't going to hit anyone. The angel of the Lord just appears to the shepherds in the fields and tells them that Jesus is born.
And hits them.
Oh, don't be ridiculous, okay? Gladys isn't going to hit anyone, and I don't want to hear another word about it from any of you. All right, now, you can all go. That's all for today, boys and girls.
Thank God.
Remember rehearsal next Wednesday at 6:30. Alice, what's the matter with you? Why didn't you raise your hand?
I don't know.
You don't know. Alice, I expected you to volunteer.
Come on, Alice. I don't know.
I didn't dare to raise my hand. Imogene would have killed me. She said, I'm going to be Mary in this play. And if you open your mouth or raise your hand, you'll wish you didn't. And I said, I'm always Mary in the Christmas pageant. Then she said, go ahead then. Next spring, when the pussy willows come out, Alice took the pussy willow so far down the ear that nobody can reach it. And it'll sprout there and grow and grow. And you'll spend the rest of your life with the pussy willow growing out of your ear. You know she wouldn't do that. She would too. The Hermits will do anything. You just watch. They'll do something terrible and ruin the whole pageant. And it's all your mother's fault.
Jane, Edna McCarthy here. Did you hear about them? Well, it must have been Grace's fault somehow. How else would the six of them end up in a Christmas pageant when they ought to be in jail?
Vera, Irma Slocum, I just heard that Imogene Herdman is playing Mary in the Christmas pageant. And is that a fact? All six of them? Vera, I live next door to that outfit, and I would rather live next door to a zoo. Has Grace gone crazy?
Where did they come from? Who let them in? Imogene Herdman? What kind of child is that to play Mary, the mother of Jesus? Where was Reverend Hopkins is what I'd like to know. He was what? Visiting shut-ins? Well, I'm shut in and he wasn't visiting me. I said, why don't you let them hand out programs at the door? But Grace said we never hand out programs at the pageant. But I said,
Better nail down the church, lock up the silver service, and hide the collection plates before they clean them out.
what was the matter with Grace? Couldn't she have sent them away? Told them to go home. I feel responsible. If I hadn't been up and around, this would have never happened.
If I had been up and around, this would have never happened. Well, let me tell you.
Don't tell me. I'm on your side. The car's over there.
Helen Armstrong is not the only woman alive who can direct a Christmas pageant. I had made up my mind to do just the best I could under the circumstances, but now I'm going to make this the best Christmas pageant ever. And I'm going to do it with the Herdmans. After all, they raised their hands when no one else did. And don't you think?
Good for you, Grace. The car's over there.
And you're going to help me.
Does that mean
You have to go. be back here, and the shepherds will come in and gather around the manger.
Where do the shepherds come from anyway?
It's like a motel where people spend the night.
Oh, honestly, Jesus wasn't even born yet. Mary and Joseph went there.
Why? To pay their taxes.
At a motel? Shut up, Ollie. Everybody shut up.
I want to hear her. Begin at the beginning.
The beginning?
The beginning of the play. What happens first?
Oh, Imogen, this is the Christmas story from the Bible. Haven't you heard the Christmas story from the Bible before? Well, then I guess I better read it to you.
I don't believe that, do you? That they've never heard of the Christmas story?
Why not? They don't even know what a Bible is. They never went to church for their whole life until your dumb brother told them we got Christmas. And now we have to waste all this time finding nothing.
All right now. So, there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And Joseph went up from Galilee with his wife Mary, being great with child.
Pregnant! She was pregnant!
All right now. Yes, we all know that Mary was pregnant, right? And it came to pass while they were there that the days were accomplished that she should be delivered, and she brought forth her firstborn son.
I don't think it's very nice to say Mary was pregnant.
Well, she was.
I don't think your mother should say Mary was pregnant. It's better to say great with child. I am not supposed to talk about people being pregnant, especially in church.
And wrapped him in swaddling clothes and placed him in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn.
They didn't have room for Jesus?
Well, nobody knew that the baby was going to be Jesus.
Didn't Mary know?
Didn't he know?
What was the matter with Joseph that he didn't tell them? Her pregnant and everything.
What's a manger? Some kind of bed?
Well, they didn't have a bed in the barn, so they had to use something else. What would you do if you had a new baby and no bed to put the baby in?
We put Gladys in the bureau drawer.
Well, there you go. You didn't have a bed for Gladys, so you had to use something else.
Oh, we had a bed. Only Ollie was still in it. She didn't like Gladys. Remember when you didn't like Gladys?
That was pretty smart of Ollie not to like Gladys right off the bat.
What were the wrapped up clothes?
The what?
It said there she wrapped him up in wadded up clothes.
Oh, swaddling clothes. People used to wrap babies up in big pieces of material to make them feel all nice and cozy.
You mean they tied him up and put him in a feed box? Where was the child welfare? There wasn't any child welfare in Bethlehem!
I'll say there wasn't.
And there were shepherds keeping watch over their flocks by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord appeared upon them, and the glory of
Shazam!
what?
Black Knight with horrible vengeance.
I don't know what you're talking about, Gladys.
Black Knight with horrible vengeance from the mighty Marvel.
Gladys, this is the angel of the Lord who appears to the shepherds in the fields.
Out of nowhere, right? I was Black Knight, right?
In a way,
Shazam!
now, when Jesus was born, there came wise men from the east bearing gifts of gold and frankincense
What's that?
and myrrh.
What's that?
They were special gifts like spices and precious oils.
Oil? What kind of present is oil? We get better presents from the welfare. Were they the welfare? The wise men?
No, they were kings and they were sent.
Well, it's about time somebody important shows up. If they're kings, they can get the baby out of the barn
and tell the innkeeper where to get off.
Well, they were kings, and they were sent by the mean king, King Herod, who wanted them to find Jesus and have him put to death.
My God! He just got bored. They're gonna kill a baby?
Who's Herod in this play?
Well, Herod isn't in the play.
He's out to kill the baby, and he isn't even in the play? Well, somebody better be Herod. Let Charlie be Herod. And he says, go get me that baby. And they say, okay, because he's a king and all.
But then they don't do it. They go back and get Herod.
Oh, I'm not gonna be Herod.
No one is going to be Herod.
No, Joseph goes against the shepherds and they can wipe out Herod.
See, they're gonna put one in. It's gonna be me, and I'll get killed.
Forget about Herod. There is still no Herod.
And I run away with the baby till the fight's over.
Somebody ought to fix the innkeeper. Gladys, you go wipe out the innkeeper.
I can't. I'm an angel. Well, I wouldn't just hang around out in the barn. I can get a room.
She said there wasn't any room.
Then I throw somebody out. I tell them, I've got this baby, and it's the middle of winter. So either get out or move over.
Who's Herod? I'd go after old Herod.
I said the angel after him. She could just point her electric finger at him and turn him into a pile of ash.
Yeah, Zach.
What's the name of this play? She never said.
Christmas pageant.
That's not the name. That's what it is.
I know a name.
I call it Revenge at Fifth.